is a retired Army colonel, author of the book Margin of Victory, and he joins us tonight. Colonel, as you see, people make simultaneously the case against using force to protect our southern borders, but in favor of using force to protect the territorial integrity of Syria. What do you think?
Well, I think it's lunacy, to be perfectly blunt. It's a crazy idea. First of all, the United States Armed Forces, at least as far as the Constitution is concerned, exist primarily to defend the United States. That includes its borders against foreign penetration. And for 150 years, we've tried to defend those borders. For 100 of those years, we had the United States Army on the border. From 1867 onward, we built forts. We had thousands of troops down there. All the generals that commanded our forces during the Second World War served on the Mexican border. We've been dealing with criminality, corruption, forms of terrorism for decades. And this is not a new problem. People need to understand that Mexico is America's soft underbelly. Before World War II and the Rainbow Plans, we recognized that Mexico presented a threat because Mexico also sides with our enemies. Mexico sided with Germany during World War I against us. Mexico was the principal platform for the KGB in the Western Hemisphere all through the Cold War. Mexico is hostile to us. And for the last 40 or 50 years, anyone heading north in Mexico who said they wanted to go to the United States got to ride on public transportation for nothing. Now add to that the drug trafficking, which is now capitalized on corruption on a scale never before seen in the history of that country, and then the millions and millions and millions of people that have penetrated our border. Then look at the nexus of terrorism and criminality in the Caribbean basin, where we intercept every day thousands of communications in Farsi, in Arabic, in Russian, in Chinese. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that we have real conflict in Mexico, and we ignore it at great peril. We're already spending billions to deal with the consequences of illegal immigration and the criminality here. We have criminals in our jails, costs us hundreds of billions of dollars every year. This has got to stop. Donald Trump said he would control the border. It's time to put the military on the border. The National Guard is nice, but the National Guard is not experienced in this. The regular Army is. We have thousands of people with experience. Yes. We need to put them on the border, and we need to secure it. Then we can rotate the National Guard through.
Thank you for that plain explanation, Colonel. I have hard-earned, and I appreciate it.
Okay.
We remember that caravan of migrants coming up from Central America. The media said they were dispersed in Mexico, but most migrants in one van say they're coming here anyway. And if they get to California, they'll find a state in civil war over sanctuary cities, and doubtless they'll get to stay.